So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Fabulous scenes here in Belo Horizonte in southeastern Brazil, inside the 46,000-seater Arena MRV, a true architectural marvel. The action has already started.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of...
Tries a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Chelsea have the chance to go the other way. That is a great pick out. And he's running, Cavani! Decent enough try.
Cavani just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, he's burst through! Oh, that's well spotted. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, when you say Brazilian fullback, there's only one man, isn't there?
There's been a couple, Jim, haven't there? But I guess you mean Roberto Carlos.
I do, and probably the first of the current crop of fullbacks who played as a withdrawn winger.
And he's had some wow moments along the way.
He excels. Well, this is his opportunity to make the stage his own here.
Beckham! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shooting chance! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass. That's just playing it safe and simple.
That has been slung wide. 0-0 still, no lack of chances though.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
And the flag has stayed down. Oyarzábal did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now that's well seen too. And it's Ribery. And the finish! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And that could set him on his way. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, that's a key interception. Played out towards the right wing. Now the finish! No, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Well, I think his mind was made up the way that ball arrived, and I certainly admire his willingness to hit the volley.
Milan are looking to go forward now.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Perez. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, can he get onto this? Look at the space here. Great hit! Goal! There is the breakthrough. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Beckham.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
It's Neymar! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He might be in here! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That is good alertness. David Villa.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Costa Curta gets across to intercept that. Neymar. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
He's one-on-one, surely Neymar! Sticks it away! 2 up and threatening to pull clear! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Camisa 22, Neymar.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Perez. Neymar. Pass is just off target. Byrne tries to clear. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
That is great defending, so alert. David Villa. Now it's Neymar. He's found a way through. Oh no, what has happened here? Perez.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now he's off and running. David Villa. Chance to finish. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 44.070
just too much on that.
espectadores.
Konate. Perez. Cavani. Now it's Neymar. He's shifting through the gears here. And that is masterful defending. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Neymar! are well and truly out of sight. And they are cruising away. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
Camisa 22.
And yes, it's him again.
Teremos uma substituição.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now that is tidy, really tidy. And the shot!
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in execute.
Belts one. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
York. Oh, this is a great position. Great chance! It's a goal! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
He's had a hit! He's scored! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Camisa 22.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Oh, he's been unstoppable in this match. Every single time he's been in possession, he's looked a threat.
It's become a case of men against boys.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Now he's off and running. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, no joy this time. Guardiola. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Threads one in. David Villa. Hits one! And he's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
And he was quick to react. No, again there's no way through. Oh, good spread. Well timed, excellent interception.
Milan really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good
And Beckham! Oh, impressive strike.
Substituição em andamento.
Chelsea are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. That pass has been well intercepted. Torres! And he couldn't quite make it 6. Konate gathers from the goal kick. And he's found a way past. Now, who's going to be first to this?
Foram indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Burn promptly onto that, and that is that. Deftly done. That has been cut short. Mikel Oyarzabal tidy with his distribution. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Oyarzabal kept his eye on it, and he's there. Big chance! And that may well be that. That is that. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Every game feels like a special one in Buenos Aires, even more so perhaps in this neighbourhood of Núñez, famously inhabited by a true heavyweight of South American football, River Plate.
And already we're underway here.
Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one.
Ribery! Valverde. Now Son Heung-min. And that is as far as they're going to go.
There's the hit! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Milan break through nice and early, just as they wanted it. Oh, that's fabulous. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Caicedo. Now it's Son Heung-min. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's Son Heung-min! That has been knocked clear. Valverde. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Messi tries to get it clear. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Ribery!
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Spirited to say the least, certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Great defending, strong.
He's gone for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Messi. Argentina have the chance to go the other way. Valverde. Oh, look at the space.
Big chance! It's there! Argentina are level!
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Número 10.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Look, this is not for the faint-hearted, Peter. This is hard and fast football. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Caicedo. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And that should get the job done. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he goes cross-field. Looking for the runner. It's a great ball. Chance! And again! Oh, that is rather wayward.
That's an example of the sixth sense of opportunism that many of his ilk show. Masterful anticipation.
Jimenez spots it and intercepts.
Hits one! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
It's their second corner of the game.
Decent hit! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Son Heung-min.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
He is just caressing the ball. Son Heung-min is flagged offside. Alexander-Arnold. Akanji. Son Heung-min. That'll be a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read.
Ribéry. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
It's a promising run he's making on the right.
That is good strength.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And that'll be the final action of the first half.
A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each.
And we are up to the break.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant, and as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature.
He's had it! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
And he's taking no chances there.
Milan have the chance to go the other way.
Pass somewhat off target.
Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Messi.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Goalkeeper's ball. Flings big header! Goal! Flamengo!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Now that's well seen too.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Messi. That's a good ball played into space. And he lines up, he rises!
Oh, taken with style! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertainer.
He's going for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Robertson. Adams. And Robertson. And it's Ribéry. Robertson is in a really good position out wide. Akanji kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Oh, that's delightful.
Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Akanji. And it's Ribéry. Ribéry does well to get it back. Oh, that's well spotted.
Always onto this.
Adams gets across to intercept that. Akanji. Frankowski, who does have an assist to his name. And Robertson. Adams. Caicedo.
He's got away. Had a shot.
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so...
Messi!
terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Ribéry's had a shot! And again the keeper stands strong. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Tries to dink it through. He's in plenty of space here. Real chance! Yes! And surely that settles it. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
A case now of complete control.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
He has found the way through. Clips it so gently. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. And the whistle goes for half-time. So you hear the chants of easy, easy, and those are entirely justified. 3-0 after 45 minutes, and it is hard to believe that there won't be more after the break.
Substituição no time do Flamengo. Camisa 11.
And we're underway again. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Ribéry. Caicedo. Robertson. Caicedo. No, that's been intercepted. That's a throw. Oh, easy pickings there. Pass is just off target. And he was quick to react.
There they go, hunting again.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that's a key interception.
Flamengo couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And he's there to clear it. Flamengo have it back and can go again. And he's managed to get free. And he gets rid in a hurry. He's gone for goal! Oh, that's a waste.
Ribéry put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There's the hit! And that's off target.
Spirited to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Just about up to the hour now. He steps in, and that's the end of that. A
slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Played out to the right. He's picked his way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. Messi proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Some resolute defending there. Oyarzábal gets a foot in here. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, that's fabulous. Ribéry, and Ribéry! And it's come back out to him. Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I think he deserves credit for getting something away, given that he had to contend with a double dose of closing down.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he was alert to it. Mbappe. That's good vision. He is through here. There's the shot! Oh, extraordinary.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Now their chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's been cut out, well played. And here's Mbappe. Messi.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, nicely intercepted. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. That is good alertness. No, that was never going to make it. And time is up. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Now that's well seen too.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Oh, great play!
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong.
Fagioli. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
And it's played forward.
Looking for options for movement.
Ribery! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Not a lot we need to say about that.
Valverde.
And he's managed to get rid. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That looks a good ball through.
And Ribery! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Valverde clears it away. That has not gone well.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal.
Valverde gets over and intercepts. Now it's Son Heung-min. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
That's a throw.
Nuno Mendes. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they
And now the hit! He's got away with one there.
That's just front foot enforcement. Pressure leads to mistake, leads to chance. That's going in strongly.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red.
Sunderland are down to 10 men. Oyarzabal having a look. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. In he goes again! Goal! Milan!
Well, his movement is all based on fine margins, and the timing of his run then was ideal.
The goal scorer for Milan after 28 minutes is number 18.
So the first goal of the game.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserved goal.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Has a shot! Caicedo with the clearance. And it's hoisted clear. And now they can clear their lines. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's quick to get it clear again. Now, what about a counter-attack? And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Well-timed, excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different. That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's really well cleared. It's gone for a throw-in. Engages and forces him off the ball. It'll be a throw-in. Shot a goal! It's a goal! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Oh, the contact was fantastic, right on the bootlaces, and it packed a lot of venom for what was a really potent strike.
Number 18.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Pass is just off target. And that was very necessary. And he's been shifted off it. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And the referee brings the first half to a close. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
In the stadium hall.
Milan are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. Here we go again. Akanji wins the duel this time. Oh, that's fabulous. Ribery!
That is decidedly lacking.
Ribery knew immediately he didn't catch that to his liking, and his face was a picture of dissatisfaction.
Now it's Oyarzabal.
Son Heung-min moved on forwards.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
And that's another good win of the ball. Lovely bit of skill. And that's not going to reach. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Good effort from distance.
Akanji kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Yeah, that's top defending in preventing him turning, which can open up many possible...
He's gone for goal.
Always onto this. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Yeah, and he read it before anyone could follow up.
Milan with this 2-goal lead. They're certainly looking much the more assured side. Akanji.
Now then, the ball's come loose.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's there to retrieve it. Pinches it off him. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
The attendance for this match was 29,830.
Fagioli.
So what can they make of this? And the counter-attack is on for Milan. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
He's having a hit!
And he was quick to react. Spread out to the left. Played back in.
No, that's been intercepted. Fires from distance. Oh, another save.
Well, look, believe me when I tell you that goalkeepers work harder than anyone else in training, and that's why, to be top class on match day, that was a majestic stop.
Could be danger here. That'll be a throw.
Substitution on the field. Number 44, Fagioli. Number 18, Mikel Oyarzabal. Number 17, Son Heung-min. Coming on the field,
Valverde.
number 21, number
Milan
11,
are totally dominant in the middle of the
20.
park, a no-way through zone.
And a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Milan have their third corner.
Real chance here. It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. So a big chance now from 12 yards. To increase the lead. You like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
A case now of complete control. Oh, no question that's a foul. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. He's not got that quite right. Out for a throw. Mendes with the clearance. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mendes clears. That'll be a throw-in. And the pass is intercepted. He'll try from distance. Keeper is right behind it.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Now he's off and running.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Oh, that's ambitious.
Caicedo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And Messi! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss. He's through here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Added minutes has been indicated.
And that is doing no harm at all. Oh, Red, nice interception. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Nuno Mendes, and the counter is on. That's a sharp pass. No, he's not getting his way this time. And that will be it. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win.
And a quick reminder
Your reflections
today,
then, Jim.
everybody, to make
Milan
sure to
definitely
put any
impressing me
window in
here,
the bins
especially
provided.
the way
Thank
that
you for
attack
your
clicked.
cooperation.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. The action has already started. Gets a good foot in there.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nicely weighted ball. Passing nice and neat. Some really good ball movement. Dembele. Oh, that's nice. Barrero. Now the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Messi really has just learned a lesson there. Your focus cannot lapse, even slightly.
And it's been taken short. And it's Dembele. Passes short and sharp. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's a key interception. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think it would be impossible to overlook this fella, Lamine Yamal. Obviously, he's often deployed as an inverted winger, but what stands out in his game is that he really thrives on one-on-one situations, and I always think that that brings excitement and entertainment to a game of football. And of course, his job is to supply, and it's never as easy as people think, but he's doing it quite well.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature. Messi! Goal! Barcelona! First blood drawn. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Now it's Mbappe. He's had a shot! He scores! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Van Dijk.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Van Dijk. Yamal. That's a nicely measured pass. Now it's Mbappe! And he's gone looking for safety. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Yamal. Oh, that's fabulous. Real chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
No, that's been intercepted. Dembele. Oh, it's Dembele.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Decent hit! Yes! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, his appreciation of space then was absolutely exceptional. A moving genius.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now. Oh, that's well spotted. Not getting too much. Oh no, this does not look good. Just the goalkeeper.
He's had a hit!
And yes, it's there!
Milan clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Messi. Some good work on the right flank here. Barcelona ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Driving forward. Ribéry does really well to win the ball there. Pinches it off him. Looking for the run. Messi. Nice control.
Habrá 2 minutos de
And here's
descuento.
Yamal. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. And they are cruising away. What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
So now the difference is 3. And he's intervened well there. And they've got rid. Oh, what has happened here? He's shifting through the gears here. And we've reached half-time.
Se ruega a nuestros espectadores que depositen sus desperdicios en las papeleras que hay instaladas en varios puntos del estadio.
And the second half gets underway.
Milan can show their manager and their fans how much grit and spirit is actually in this team. The right characters can rescue a situation like this, and I think we're about to discover if they're present.
Messi. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Shapes to shoot. Oh, that's a waste.
Look, it was achievable, Peter, but it needed his best.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
It's Dembele! In for the pieces! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Mbappe very nearly made that count from a combination of luck and good judgment.
Dembele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Dembele goes on a run down the left wing.
Well, this is intriguing.
He's through, now is he in? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Just about up to the hour now. Mbappe! Up towards the front line. That is good alertness. Van Dijk. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Nice physical challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Good-looking ball. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, here's a chance! This is promising. That's beautifully weighted. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's good play. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Dembele! Look at the space here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. In with the challenge. Pass somewhat off target. Barrero. He's looking wide. That is decidedly lacking.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
And he's had it nicked away. Chips it through. Pass is just off target. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well, played right into his path. Oh, just skips past. Chance! It's in! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, he makes finishing look like a matter of fact. Why take extra touches?
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Big chance! And he steered it beyond the post. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And we're done. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Milan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. He's got away. Lovely feet.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Diego Carlos does really well to win the ball there. Now that's well seen too. And that could set him on his way.
Bayer deals with it effortlessly.
That's a decent clearance.
Yamal! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Now it's Ribery. Gets into some space. And the shot! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And the finish! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Distributed tidily. Now it's Messi. And the shot! Same again, same outcome.
Barcelona really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
And now they can spring out of defence. Well, they've got it again. And it's come back to the keeper. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Barcelona certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
And he cuts out the supply. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He won't be happy with that one.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Looking for the runner.
Lamine Yamal really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
And now the hit! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Back when it goes. Now the finish! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead. Now he's off and running. And he was quick to react.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's managed to get free. Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Hits one! Oh, no, that was never going to make it. That's beautifully weighted. Diego Carlos spots it and intercepts. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? What a save! Terrific reactions. Yamal! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Lamine Yamal can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Oh, not quite. Danger averted for now. Gently done. Oh no, he's got that wrong.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Yamal, a player who needs no introduction. Shot at goal! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Now it's Zico. It's Zico! Oh, that was a brilliant save. Zico. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So half-time, no shortage of action and talking points at both ends of the field. 3 goals to light up the crowd. And a fair reflection of the territorial state of play with the half-time scoreline 2-1. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it remains very delicately poised, and based on the promise we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
That gets things going for the second half.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Pinches it off him. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for the run. Yamal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Barcelona have their third corner. Climbs up big! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Messi did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
And it's been given away. Diego Carlos cuts it out. Bayer. That looks a good ball through. And that's put paid to a promising move. Well read, nice interception. That has been cut short. So can they find a way to turn around this deficit? Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He has found the way through. Pedri cuts out the pass. Yamal with 2 goals. He's tried one! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Corner number 4 coming up here. He rises! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Stood up well to him there. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
He's through, now is he in? Showing great feet there. He is through here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's been cut out, well played. Neatly clipped into space. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Morris ended up in no man's land. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. It's just beyond his reach. He's found a way through. Tries a shot! He scores! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed.
Oh, shooting chance! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, that's well spotted. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Oh, that's such... Looks for the finish! Oh, should have put that away. A couple of changes then in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's intervened well there. And that could set him on his way. Diego Carlos calmly anticipates. Oh, can he get onto this? Cristiano Ronaldo. There's the shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That was created because of good, lively movement, which pretty much dictated the pass.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Oh, super find.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Real chance! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And surely that settles it. Even some of the opposing fans are clapping that. You just have to appreciate it.
Oh, that's a measure.
Big chance! It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And the header! He's kicked it out just. No, that's been intercepted. And that will be it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. It's a mighty effort! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And he was quick to react. And this ended up in no man's land. He's found a way past. And he's picked out the run. He's played him through. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Manchester United got some luck there. They all count.
Well, you can't ask for much better than that, Peter. Bang, bang, two in double quick time.
And no, that was never going to make it. And he's had a hit! Oh, just over.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
And it's Son Heung-min. That's been cut out, well played. Can he get it through? Has a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
He looked so composed until the moment he pulled the trigger. I still think he can't believe he didn't put it away.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pinches it off him. Ribery was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to...
He's tried one! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's gone for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Alexander-Arnold actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now that's well seen too. He could be in here. He's away. Oh, shooting chance! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Works it forward. That's a smartly directed ball. And he's managed to get free. Oh, it's just a little long. Oyarzábal getting this one clear.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Tries to dink it in. Alexander-Arnold.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now he's off and running.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well, that is one way to stop him. He's not got that quite right. Oh, perfectly measured that. That's cause for mild irritation. It's a throw-in. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He is through here!
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. It's just beyond his reach. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Manchester United upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting.
And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. Chance to finish. And Ribery! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oxlade-Chamberlain.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Forwards and with intent. And he's intervened well there.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Son Heung-min. Oh, terrible pass. And that should get the job done.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
Milan have their second corner now. Frankowski with the clearance.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Ribery. Ribery! Just off target. Now it's Ribery. Messi. Great ball if he can get there. He has found the way through. And the finish! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's going to go a long way. And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first-half performance. They're not at it.
And the action is back on the way.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Goes for the header! Now that was a full-blooded header.
Son Heung-min instinctively knew that it was his best option. The planning beat the execution, though.
And that has left him in a heap. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Pass somewhat off target. And he's had it nicked away. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off light.
Can he finish? It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, Nicely intercepted. Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Oh, that's well spotted. Alexander-Arnold.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, you could see he was eager to get a shot away, but there was too much flesh and bone in his path.
Danger averted for now.
The attendance for this match was
60 minutes played.
649.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
Milan showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's Son Heung-min! No mistake! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal...
There's the shot! They are rampant! And the lead is extended still further.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
Manchester United find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have...
Son Heung-min! It's there! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
You know what was notable in that, Peter, was the fact that he didn't try to blast it. He chose placement instead and delivered a peach.
Son Heung-min!
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Son Heung-min!
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
He's got the shot away! He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Comes under pressure and it's come loose. And he's straight offside. Oh no, he's got that wrong. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And it's Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Alexander-Arnold plays it short. And he's heaved it away. Milan are looking to go forward now. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Half an hour gone in the second half. A real canny finish! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save.
Manchester United just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Looks for the finish! And he's steered it beyond the post.
Akanji put absolutely everything he had into that. Maybe better look next time.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Short changes him with that pass. Oh, that's a key interception.
Milan are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack for that matter.
Tries a shot! He's got a goal! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of goal. What a display, what a player.
Manchester United are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Oxlade-Chamberlain, and that could set him on his way.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
There will be 5
Oyarzábal
minutes added
does
time.
really well to win the ball there. No, again there's no way through. 5 minutes to add. Oh, and he's through the middle. Now the finish! It's in! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. It's a pretty loose pass. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome.
Now, we would like to ask you all to kindly
Your
stay
final
seated
thoughts,
during
Jim?
the match.
Well, there was a
Thank you for
distinct
your
lack of
cooperation.
clarity.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And it was all yellow. What a sight it is here at the famous Estadio Azteca. And the finish! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
And the pass is intercepted. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pass just lacking in accuracy. No, that's been intercepted. And here's Neymar. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look. Up for a header! Goal! First blood drawn.
Club America clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Vinicius Junior, and the shot! Really well taken goal. Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
Club America are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, perfectly measured that.
He really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Vinicius Junior, and he's Vinicius Junior, and it's there, and they're at it again in double quick time. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish. Club America find a position of real strength now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
He's shifting through the gears here. Neymar. And he's there to clear it. The message is clear, none shall pass. Beckham. Milan are 3 down and sinking. Bellingham. Now it's Neymar. He's picked his way through. Here it is, crossed in. Cleared away.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the past.
Yamal! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
And it's Neymar. Oh, that's fabulous. Neymar, quick look, then plays it in. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Club America with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Header! Blocks! That's really good defending. And he's there to get it away. Bellingham! A whisker away from making it 4.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Club America have their second corner now. In for a header! And he's gone looking for safety. Milan are looking to go forward now. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Goalkeeper's ball. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And here's Neymar. It's Neymar! He's kept it out just.
Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Club America have their third corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Knocks it out wide. Oh, he's got a son. Great chance! That's another chance! He's got a goal! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done for the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he? Oh, here's a chance! No, that's just wide.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Now he's off and running. Pinches it off him.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo reglamentario.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Ball's gone out of play. Played into the middle. That has been knocked clear. And the whistle goes for half-time. It has been a half throughout which they have carved through the opposition almost at will, ripping things up big time here.
Señoras y señores, queremos pedirles su apoyo para nuestra Fundación Solidaria Internacional.
That gets things going for the second half. Milan didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. He is through here. Messi! Goal! And so clear that one side are so much better. The scoreline entirely justified.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Número 20. Messi.
Club America are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And he's being shifted off it. Can he finish? Oh, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Do I really need to tell you, Peter, that he has to do better, especially from there?
He's having a go! And that has flown over.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He could be in here. Vinicius Junior driving forwards.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. That's just playing it safe and simple. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Nicely spread. And the counter is on. And he's managed to get free. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Bellingham has created one goal already.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 80.314.
It's a good foot in there. That's been cut out. Well played. He's beaten. Real chance! Oh, denied at the last. It's their second corner of the game. And the shot! Sticks it away!
Gol de Milán, convertido en
Still
el
trying to
minuto
make a game of
75.
this.
Número 11.
No surprise at all that this is the guy who's had such a positive impact.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Not the most accurate pass. Tries a shot! Messi. Yamal. He's got away. And the shot! He's got a son. It's hit the crossbar. Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Bellingham most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Saliba gets over and intercepts. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just...
There's the shot! Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Half an hour gone in the second half. Yamal. Vinicius Junior.
Oh, great feat, that.
And Vinicius Junior! Oh, my word, that is quite something! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
And Ribery! Oh, there was plenty on that.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Now it's Ribery. Oh, some tackle that. Club America needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Oh, he's found him in space. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Strong running down that left flank.
Chance! Oh, taken with style! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Convertido en el minuto 85. Número 5.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
He has found the way through. Yamal! He scored! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Yeah, it has become ugly for one, but the other is still delivering beauty.
Convertido en el minuto 89. Número 19.
No doubt as to who has the momentum here now. The only doubt is how many is coming.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, he's been caught on it! Great hit! Bellingham. Oh, they can break here. He's found the way through. He's got the shot away! This time, surely! Quality ball. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Big chance! And that may well be that. That is that. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world.
We have already started here.
Done delicately.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Son Heung-min. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. Danger averted for now. He's got tall. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Mexico clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Well read, nice interception. Spread neatly, and that has been clubbed away. Oh, good steal, he just read it. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this guy, Donnarumma, really is a generational talent, Peter. I suppose you have to be good if you're a goalkeeper and your name's Gianluigi. He really has inherited the mantle from his namesake. There might be room for improvement with his kicking, but otherwise, he is nigh on perfect.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Messi. Oh, super find. Now that's well seen too. He won't be happy with that one. Oyarzabal. It's a pretty loose pass. Now he's off and running. Caicedo. That is ended up in no man's land. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. And tries a shot! Goal! Mexico!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Mexico have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And he's taking no chances there. Time and again they are repelled. And it's Son Heung-min. And he was quick to react. Threads one in. That's a lovely, neat pass. Under an awful lot of pressure. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Jimenez cuts it out. Oh, no joy this time. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Cleared away.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal. Mexico have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Oyarzabal. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh no, he's got that wrong.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. And a header! Really well taken goal. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Mexico clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Mexico are doing very nicely, thank you. Son Heung-min! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Son Heung-min has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Alexander-Arnold kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Oh, played through for the wide man. Messi. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Son Heung-min. Caicedo gets his pass away. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Here we go again then.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Caicedo. Oyarzabal.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Foden. A real chance and a real let-off.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Plays a delicate ball. That's been cut out, well played. Akanji. Foden. Alexander-Arnold. Pass is just off target. Robertson.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Now it's Foden. Foden shapes to shoot! Yes! And surely that settles it.
Yeah, the pass was bang on, and he just had to ensure he didn't stray offside. The finish was actually bang on too.
And yes, it's him again. A case now of complete control.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. Almost an hour gone. Oyarzabal. Foden. And the shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
Oh, no, that was a chance. What a chance.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Jimenez spots it and intercepts.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's had a shot! No, he's missed it.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Oyarzabal. Always onto this. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And he's managed to get free. That is a great pick out. Caicedo makes the interception. Robertson. He's got the shot away! Oh, taken with style! Terrible error, duly punished.
Gol del Milan, convertido en el
Changes then in quick succession. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
I think he's put in a good shift, and their fans appreciate that. I think he can feel pretty happy with the contribution he's made.
And the shot! Out of play for a goal kick. Spread out to the left. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And he cuts out the supply.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's found... Oh, shooting chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's picked out the run. Right, Son Heung-min. He's picked his way through. Shot a goal!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Gently done. Well-timed, excellent interception. Fagioli. Nice bit of trickery. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Messi. It's a decent-looking cross. Ribery.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Alexander-Arnold. Oyarzabal. Goalkeeper's ball.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo
Jimenez
reglamentario.
gets over and intercepts. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Ribery. And he's intervened well there. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Tries a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He'll try to keep... Chance for the header! That's a decent clearance. Oh, Red, nice interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Decent hit! What a throw in. Nice interception, well timed. Nicely weighted ball. Tries to get it clear. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's having a hit! He's found a way... And Ribéry! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ribéry clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. Header! It's been blocked! Oh, look at the space here. Oh, he's really drilled it.
Ribéry just couldn't steer it on target. Everything else was up there.
Messi. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Dinks one through. Danger averted for now. And that's been won straight back. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
So what can they conjure from this one? And the ball's come loose here. And really well taken goal. Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
His delight very short-lived. The referee's assistant did have his flag up. It might have been close, but it was correct.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. And the keeper's given it away. Shapes to shoot! Nice interception. Oh no, this does great hit! Goal! Milan! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game.
There's the hit! They've scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager
Big chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Milan have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. He's got the shot away! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal.
Real chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Driving on and making good progress. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And that's really well manoeuvred. It'll be a throw-in. That's a look and place it forward. That'll be a throw-in. Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, strongly challenged there. Fires from distance. Well timed, excellent interception. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Oh, that's a key interception. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Speculative strike.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he's straight offside. Ribéry. He scores! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Milan are having a ball here.
Pretty robust defending. Footballing width usually identifies with...
Had a shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. Milan produced a terrific spell at the end there, culminating in a chance that their fans could not believe did not go in.
Milan have been more or less perfect, I would say. Their manager's all smiles, and he's got every reason to be.
Milan have been nothing short of awesome in the first 45 minutes. A truly memorable performance on all counts. And it has to be said, this match is well and truly already won. And the game has already resumed here. He's found the way through. And it's Messi. And he cuts out the supply. No, that's been intercepted. Has a look and has a go. And that's wide.
Al Nassr are showing good urgency, but they have to place more emphasis on service into the box.
Oh, that's well spotted. Good running, strong and purposeful. Shapes to shoot. Brought out the best in the keeper.
Look, they seem set on a tactic that's not really yielding any results. You'd imagine they're targeting a weakness, but they look a weakness themselves.
Belts one. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
And they're quick to get it back. That's really well cleared. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but he'll try from distance. He's put his foot right through that one.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
And smartly reclaimed. And he's let fly! And he's intervened well there. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution. Milan are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
The pass has gone astray. And he's running through. He's one-on-one. Can he finish? It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And they win it back again. And he was quick to react. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That is good alertness. Back in possession and ready to go again. Oh, a delicate chip through. He's gone for goal. And reclaimed it in a trice. Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Good effort from distance. Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Now it's Ribery. That's cause for mild irritation.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
A sixth.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. That is ended up in no man's land. He's had a shot! Good looking ball. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Milan have reclaimed it.
Chooses to go cross-field. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but oh, terrible mistake. 2 minutes to be added on. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
You're able to enjoy with us here some great scenes at this arena by the river. There is no venue quite like this one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. That's been cut out, well played. That's a sharp pass. It's a sweet ball, that.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Couldn't squeeze it through. There is Franck Ribéry, just a smashing player, Jim.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see an awful lot of him out on the wing here, Peter. He'll inject an awful lot of energy and pace into this team's attack, but he's also got an eye for a killer ball. That's why he's racked up so many assists.
He's having a go! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Milan just served up a reminder of how good they can be on the break. Their method is clear.
And it's played forward. Hits one! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's tried one! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Corner number 2 then. And that's not going to trouble anybody. And that has gone straight into touch. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Messi. Now it's Ribery. Chooses to go cross-field. It's just beyond his reach. So we're still where we started right now. Ribery. That has not gone well. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Tries a shot! And he was quick to react. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Al Nassr clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
The Beira Rio here in the southern Brazilian city of Porto Alegre really is a giant bear pit of a stadium. And already we're underway here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Valverde is charging up on the overlap. No foul, says the referee. And he's being shifted off it. Well, that looks a decent ball. Can he latch on to this?
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
He's looking to set free a runner. Oyarzábal cuts it out. And he was quick to react. Shifted upfield. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. It's just beyond his reach. And he's intervened well there. Looks like he's been given offside again here. Yes, he has. The pass has gone astray. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That pass has been well intercepted. Final ball not quite right, and his teammates are irritated at that. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Pass is just off target. Now he's off and running. Foden! Foden! And we have our very first corner. Gets his head to it! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
That's been cut out, well played. Works it forward. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's really well manoeuvred. Chips it through. And they've got rid. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And Dijk gets rid without sophistication. Oh, nicely intercepted. Interesting ball. Almost half an hour in now. Looking for options for movement. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now that's well seen too. And he cuts out the supply. Always onto this. There's no flag. And this is Messi, and Messi!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
In with the challenge. Well timed, excellent interception. Fires from distance. He's got away with one there.
really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
That has been cut short. He's not got that quite right. And in Valverde. Good spot, he's seen the run. Foden. Shot at goal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences. He managed to retain his composure.
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. That's really well manoeuvred. And he stands tall, impenetrable. There's a sharp little ball here. A slightly better ball would have led to a very good.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now it's Messi! There it is!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but...
And there's the end of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we're underway again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Stood up well to him there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Valverde. Some resolute defence. Has a shot! Always going over the top.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
And that is a little undercooked. Ugarte. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. And Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these
Messi! And again! It's a quick ball upfield. No, that's been intercepted. Foden. Foden! Tries to dink it through. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's and Ribéry! It's anyone's ball now. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Oh, perfectly measured that.
Público presente na partida de hoje, 60.332 espectadores.
Ronaldo carries the ball down the right. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Oh, easy pickings there. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Ugarte.
Valverde looking to run onto it.
Oh, and he's through the middle.